the end of regulation, Anthony Edwards has that shot that just rattles in and then rattled out. Did you like the look, and did you think that he hit it?
Yeah, I mean, it was supposed to get. We knew they were going to switch, so it was a two-man game between him and Cat, and the advantage that we would have had. We thought Cat can roll the smaller guy down. We can get it to him in the post, or Ant could attack bigger guy's feet, and In hindsight, I mean, you would say, hey, let's get something to the rim. Let's put some pressure on their defense. But, we got the last shot. I mean, it rattled in and out. It wasn't enough.
Carl gave you 30 and 10 tonight, but he also went 12 of 12 from the line. And when Carl is getting fouled and when he's getting your team into the bonus earlier, doing all those kinds of things, how valuable is that to your offense?
Yeah, it's really valuable. I mean, we need him to be aggressive. That's what this team needs. And, he played heavy minutes tonight coming back from being out for a while, too. So, he fought through. I thought we had some tired guys towards the end, though.
Go ahead.
Kind of along those lines, Ryan, it looked like Carl was a little gassed late there. He couldn't get a bucket in the overtime. Is that maybe what you're referring to with some of the guys being gassed?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not just him. I mean, I thought that everybody, having played last night, and then we get into an overtime game, and the emotions of highs and lows of that game. You get winded. I mean, we can pick that apart, but you take the guy out, to start overtime, and then hey. Do they go on a 10-0 run, and then you're kicking yourself for not leaving your best offensive option in there? We roll with our guys, they roll with their guys.
And you're talking about Carl not getting any shots in the fourth quarter. He did touch the ball a lot in the fourth quarter overtime. Were you at least happy in terms of how the offense got him those looks late and in overtime?
Yeah, I was. I thought that, I mean, there's still some other things I'd like to see, that we can do better with, especially when it's attacking the mismatches or a smaller matchup. But, we're on a good path. Guys are growing.
John?
Darren, did you like a lot of the shots that you guys were getting down the stretch in the fourth quarter and overtime? I mean, it seemed like there were some wide open looks that were created that just the guys couldn't knock down.
Yeah, I'll have to look at the film. I mean, there were a couple I didn't like, but I mean, yeah, for the most part, I did think we got some really good looks, and one or two of those fall, especially with them, they didn't have any timeouts. So what that means is, it had to be a hurry up offense. And playing on a second night, but back-to-back, that ends up being the, imperfect storm at that point. We had a couple, communication breakdowns defensively that, aren't acceptable, down the stretch. But as far as offensively, I mean, there were only a couple shots I really didn't like, so.
And with those defensive breakdowns, was that, I mean, a lot of it Brogdon? I mean,
yeah.
It seemed like just going under the screen on him.
Yep.
And him burning you there.
Yep, and then the keep action on the right side of the floor. It's tough way to lose there.
Jay?
You talked about liking the shots late. I mean, with like 4 minutes to go, you guys scored on like 8 straight possessions. Is that good momentum, or what do you think is maybe improving in terms of late game offense that really kind of seemed to click there?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were executing there. And, sometimes it's a make or miss league. And, like John just alluded to, I mean, I liked a number of the shots that we got. Obviously, there's a couple I'd rather, I'd want us to take back. But, even out of timeouts, we executed for the most part. So, that is, one of our, signs of improvement. And, you just want it to translate into a win. And it's got to be, you can't take your foot off the gas when you get up 10. And that's tough.
Right. Dan, go ahead.
Ryan, with Jordan and Nas, tonight and just this whole season, that pick and roll duo has just been kind of unreal in their effectiveness. And how much of that do you contribute to? Obviously, it's those two, but are they defending pick and rolls differently when it's Jordan and Nas versus when it's maybe Cats out there or the first unit?
Yeah, no, it's pretty. They're staying pretty standard between the two. I think Nas has done, a really good job of rolling really hard in pick and rolls, and they do go under Ricky a little bit more than Jordan, and sometimes that does make a difference when we talk about playing in the pocket. But we gotta be a group that puts pressure on the rim, and it's got to be from both of our bigs.
It looked like on the Indiana's last possession of overtime that you were calling for something,
yeah,
and it didn't happen. Was that a double or a foul?
Yeah.
What did you want there?
I was calling for a foul, and it ended up 7 seconds passed by, and so at that point you make the decision of, hey, we're gonna live by there's 6 seconds left on the shot clock. It wouldn't have made sense to let that much time go off, but we were calling for a foul. But it's tough sometimes.